You know. Joining me now, a senior advisor to 3 presidents, twice a candidate for president, and nationally syndicated columnist, best-selling author, Pat Buchanan, author of the book Nixon's White House Wars, the battles that made and broke a president and divided America forever. Pat, great to see you. My gosh.
Good to see you, Lou.
You have led a busy, busy life. And what do you think as you watch General Mattis jump the president on the conclusion in a Senate hearing? What do you think when you hear Rex Tillerson being told that he's wasting his time thinking of talking to Kim Jong-un?
Well, I think that Mr. Tillerson at State, I think he made a mistake in revealing the fact that we've got back channels to the North Koreans. I don't think there's any need to do that and go public with it. With regard to General Mattis, I think what you saw there was a general in action up on the Hill when he was asked a point-blank question by Senator King, is the Iran deal in the national interest of the United States in your judgment? And he said yes. So I don't fault him that much for it. I think there's a lot of, we just got the knowledge that a lot of us have suspected for a long time that many folks in there think we ought to sustain it because the losses from dumping it over would be greater than any gain.
Right, and it's going to be interesting which way the president does come down on this. Let's turn to the $1 million donations to the resistance movement in the Democratic Party, the anti-Trump resistance groups. I mean, we're talking about non-tax, tax-exempt nonprofits, the money coming from Soros and you name it, and no problem. Fight the president, Lou, no response by the IRS.
Lou, this town, Washington, D.C., is peopled with foundations and public policy institutes and things like that, which are basically tax-exempt money gone for political activity and to affect policy and to change policy and to influence it. You got these folks that going on television, you look at them, they're all supported by tax-exempt institutions. I think it's a real subject that could be well taken up as a whole issue. Right. But let me say this, I don't think the attacks by Soros, et cetera, and the left really damaged Trump. The problem for Trump is keeping that center-right party he's got together.
What are you going to do with Paul Ryan? He didn't want him to fire Tom Price. What are you going to do with Mitch McConnell? He says the president's expectations are too high for lowly artisans like he and the speaker.
Lou, what you got to do is you got to play with the cards you've been dealt. Trump showed up in Washington, and you got Paul Ryan there, and you got Mitch McConnell. And unlike some others, I don't fault Mitch McConnell as much for this reason. I mean, what's he going to do? John McCain, Rand Paul say, and Susan Collins say they're not going to vote to help him out on the health care bill, and they're going to vote the other way. What is he supposed to do? As some congressman said, that in the Senate, Mitch McConnell does not have really a working majority on every issue. It's just not there. I think they need more senators.
Well, maybe. Well, I hope you're not suggesting raising the number to like 200 of them, because 100 is more than I can bear. I have to be very honest with you.
Just more than 52 is all I was saying.
Well, I hope it goes the right direction, but I'm not sure that we can count on that. Oh, I want to turn just very quickly to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Lou.
I just want to turn to...
No, I just...
Go. I'm going to shut up right now.
No, go... Well, listen, you're going to talk to the issue of that Senate committee hearing.
Right. That's
gone on and on and on, and they refuse to say what they've learned, which is that there's no collusion between the President of the United States and Vladimir Putin, or the top of the Trump campaign and Vladimir Putin. And if they've gone 8 or 9 months and failed to find that collusion, I think it's perhaps time that they say so and remove the cloud of suspicion that's been over the president's head.
Pat,
and the same would be true with the Mueller investigation.
Pat, I'm with you 100% as usual. Thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody.